Good morning and welcome back to another day in my life. It is Thursday, June 9th, so we have been home from our Ireland trip for about 5 days and obviously still trying to get back into the rhythm of things, still trying to fight a little bit of jet lag. I do feel like we're almost there. I have woken up before my alarm every day this week, but today it was only 10 minutes before, so I feel like we're making progress. So the past few vlogs, day in the life, and then a travel vlog I did, I have had a theme. There's been something that I am talking about on the vlog, or tips I'm giving, or there's been some kind of overarching meaning theme behind the vlog. I don't have that for this vlog because I wanted to get back into the rhythm of vlogging and filming and picking up the camera, and so I don't have like an overarching thing. I'm just gonna bring you along for my day today, but what I do have is a review of the new Cultivate What Matters 90-day power sheets. Now, as of the time I'm filming this video, they are sold out. They launched 2 days ago. Mine did not make it here in time. They got delivered yesterday, so we'll go pick that up from the UPS store. But a lot of you mentioned on the live yesterday that you wanted to still see a review of them. That way when they do come back into stock in August, that's when they're coming back in stock, you will know if it's a good fit for you. So I will top down, flip through the product, review it, and then also share what I shared on Instagram, which are the 5 people that I think this product would be a good fit for. If you have no desire to see this product, either you love your full year power sheets, you don't care, or you love your Moxie Life or other goal setting system, all the timestamps for my videos are always linked down below. So when we get to the review section, which will be later today, you can absolutely skip it and click the next timestamp and continue on with my day. Or if you clicked on this video only for the review, which if you've gotten this far in and you're only here for the review, you're amazing. You can also use the timestamps below and jump straight to the review and just watch the review. So that will be later today. I have a lot of things to get through first. We'll plan my day after I'm done getting ready, and then a lot of things to get through before I can go pick that up from the UPS store and share it with you. All right, let's go ahead and get today all planned out. Like I mentioned, it is Thursday the 9th. And I started my AM routine just prior to 6 o'clock, but I was moving a little bit slow today, so I am finishing it it's just past 9 right now while I'm filming this. Normally I plan my day much earlier in my morning routine, but I wanted to have nice light for it to be a part of the vlog. I did recently just post a full morning routine video, so if you want to see what that entails from start to finish, check out that video. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave 9 to 10 blank because I haven't eaten breakfast yet and I have a little bit of prep work to do before this first call at 12. It's actually filming for an upcoming series that I'm gonna be doing. I'll talk about that a little bit more when I get to those calls, either before or after them. So I actually have 2 today. I have one at 10 and one at 11. Then I have a regular one-on-one coaching call at noon. Then as soon as that's over, I'm gonna go ahead and do my Friday routines. I'm taking tomorrow off to go home to Chicago for my sister's graduation. So I'm gonna do my Friday routine since that's my last one-on-one call of the week. And a big part of my Friday routines is wrapping everything up. That's part of my one-on-one coaching program. And then I also need to send out some week 8 emails. There were 2 of my coaching clients who had their last session this week. It's always so bittersweet. If you want more information on my one-on-one coaching options, I always have that link down in the description box below. I do have some openings right now. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and work on the workshop that I am giving. Actually, by the time this video goes up, it will be in 1 week. There are in-person tickets available as of the time that I'm filming this video. I don't know if there will be when this video goes live. There will definitely still be virtual tickets because there's no limit on virtual tickets. The workshop is focused on helping you follow through on your goals for the second half of the year. So I will leave that information link down in the description as well. So many links in the description. Okay. Then at 4, I will do my communication routine. And then I'm going to pack for Chicago because my flight leaves early in the morning, and then I'm going to make dinner. And then this evening I have auditions to be a choreographer for the dance show. I have auditioned in the past and haven't gotten it, so we will see what happens. By the time this video goes up, not only will choreographer auditions be done and over, but dancer auditions will be over, so we will see. I am not gonna put my PM routine, I know myself, tonight. I actually will maybe talk about that a little bit later in the vlog, like getting back into goals after being out of town. But I have a feeling that we'll go get drinks after auditions tonight. I have a couple other friends that their time slots are near mine, so there's no way I'm getting to my PM routine tonight. All right, couple other priorities. I need to check in for my flight. And then obviously at some point I do want to go to UPS and then film the review of the power sheets. I guess that normally I don't put UPS like actually in the calendar because it doesn't take that long. It's pretty close to my apartment, but filming the review, that's going to take a while. And so I feel like I should have scheduled time for that. Oh well, it'll probably just come out of this workshop time or this break I have before the auditions. And then a couple other personal things I want to make sure I get to today. Southwest is having a sale right now, so I want to book some, oh, that was a weird G, some fall flights. I am out or almost out of a couple staples, so I'm also gonna place an Ulta order. I'll share that with you. And then I think that's it. Oh, I remember the one other thing I was gonna try to do tonight. I've been trying to do it every night this week, but jet lag has been kicking my butt. Let's see if we can get to some today. So I really wanna start the wedding thank yous, but this is all we will see. We will see how today goes. All right, hi. It is about 11:30. I am in a different shirt. I actually changed shirts twice for those two videos that I just filmed. They're calls, they were interviews with people. Interviews, it feels way too formal. I don't know what to call it, but it is a series that is gonna be coming up in just a few weeks, all about the Enneagram. So if you are an Enneagram fan, I am filming a video with somebody from the Patreon community of each Enneagram type. And we are talking all about goals and strengths and struggles of each of the Enneagram types, and they have just been some of the most fun calls I've ever had. We're actually almost done. I did 2 today. I had both the type 3 and the type 2 call today, which both of those were really fun and really special because I am a 3 wing 2. So I could relate a lot to what we were talking about in those calls. And then I just have one more next week, and then I will get all of those up and ready to go. They're gonna be going live while I am on my honeymoon. So that's how I'm kind of batching and preparing content for that while I am gone. But I am gonna put my other shirt back on because that's what I wanna wear for the rest of the day and tonight, but I did change shirts because I wanted them to look like different videos. I also went ahead and got those flights booked. I was able to squeeze that in before that first call at 10. So we booked flights to Chicago for a wedding in September. And then I booked flights to Dallas for the Texas-Oklahoma football game that I go to every year with my dad. And then we also booked one-way flights to Houston for a wedding we have in November. It's the weekend that like Southwest hasn't released them all yet. So we were able to book the flight down there, but the flight home, it's not released yet, so we'll figure that out later. But at least we were able to get some flights on this sale that Southwest was having. So now, like I said, it's about 11:30. My next call is at noon. I am debating whether I'm gonna try to eat lunch first. I'm leaning towards yes. My breakfast is already kind of wearing off a little bit. That way, when that call is over, I can go to UPS and get that review filmed while the lighting is at its best. Okay, this might not look super appetizing, but I promise it's delicious. I'm just having leftovers for lunch. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this tortellini soup before. I got the recipe from Jessica Braun. I will leave it linked down below. It's just sausage, tortellini, a can of tomatoes, and then broth and tomato soup. And then I've been adding spinach just to give it some extra vegetables and to hide. When the vegetables all mix in, you can't taste it anyway. I thought I would check in, show you the planner, show you where we're at. It's about 1:15, so I'm a little bit ahead of schedule here. I got in my Friday routines and the week 8 emails, checked in for my flight, and then also placed the Ulta order. I thought I would quickly show you what the things I bought are. These are things that I repurchase all the time. These are my favorite eye makeup remover pads when I have like waterproof or a lot of eye makeup on. And then this is what I use to get the rest of my makeup off, the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. And then this is what I use to get my makeup to stay. This is literally, I was like living off of this travel size and it's basically gone. So I just literally reordered these 3 things, although I got the full size one of the all-nighter, and I'll just refill the travel one for my travel stuff and then have the all-nighter one for like a regular thing. I don't use this every single day. I use it if I'm going to be like leaving the apartment and I want to make sure that my makeup stays looking good. If I'm just putting on makeup to like be on calls or whatever at home, I won't use that every day because it is pricey and it does add up. So now I think what I'm gonna do is go to UPS and pick up the package so that I can do the review, and then I might rearrange some of this evening stuff and get some of the like must-dos done first. We'll see. Let's start by going to UPS. All right, first off, it's absolutely beautiful out. Second off, I made a pit stop on my way to UPS. I have really been struggling with jet lag this week, and my choreographer audition is not until 9 o'clock tonight. So I made a deal with myself earlier this week that if I did all 4 days of the Peloton Power Zones training, which I talked about in my goals video for June that I was working on, I'm starting it this week. If I did, there's 5 classes this week, so I still have 1 more day tomorrow, but I wanted this today. So I was like, if you do all 4 days, you get Starbucks on Thursday. All right, let's do this. I'm so excited to share these with you. This is so much smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Like it is, I knew it was smaller size-wise, but just having it in my hands, it is so much more portable. If that is something that is important to you, portability, hands down, this is gonna be a better fit for you than the Power Sheets, the full year one. So just a little bit of background in case you don't know what I'm talking about. These are the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. This is a product that I have been using for 4 years now. It has absolutely changed my life. It is one of the #1 reasons I achieve my goals. I love the full year dated one. That's what this one is. I review these every year on my channel, the new product. The 2022 one is already sold out, the full year version of the product. But I love them, and this is my set. So here is, we need to bring you further back. So here is the full size set of Power Sheets. It's like an 8.5 by 11 page, which means the actual thing, once you add the cover and the coil, is very big. Here is the 90-day one. It is so much smaller and so much thinner. Like it is just, it's so much thinner and much more portable, much lighter, if that is something that's important to you. But let's start flipping through the insides. The insides are where the magic happens. So the 90-day one, like I mentioned in the intro, is currently sold out. They're restocking them in August. I will post about it on Instagram when they do get restocked. They come in this neutral linen color, and then they also come in the green. The neutral linen color, you'll see, has like some peach accents throughout. The green one I noticed has like blue accents throughout. So like the ribbon and the colors and the accents are all kind of different shades of blue, kind of a turquoisey blue. So we've just got plain on the inside, kind of an intro page. The paper quality does feel exactly the same as the other paper quality. I'm not going to do a pen test on this because I might be giving this away. Cindy, who I have mentioned before, I love, she also did a review of this product that I have already watched, and she did a pen test over there. The paper quality from Cultivate What Matters is always fantastic. All right, so then we get into the actual pages. So it kicks it off with a quote. This is actually a very bright peach. Like I feel like it could be a little bit more muted. It's actually almost like a neon peach. I don't know if the camera is really picking that up. But we get into the prep work. Now, according to the website, there are 15 pages of prep work in the quarterly version versus 19 pages in the full year version, with the focus of it being a little bit more trimmed down as something you would do every 90 days, whereas the full year prep work you're doing once a year, which honestly, to me, like when I first learned about this product, was one of the kind of scariest parts of it. Was like, I could not imagine doing the full prep work every 90 days. It takes a lot out of me when I do it in December. So I'm excited to see these pages and kind of compare them to what the full year prep work is like. Obviously, not only are there less pages, but they are smaller. So there's going to be less work, less writing to do anyways. Now, most of the pages, and I'll flip through each one and tell you a little bit more specific if it was in the full year one or not. Most of the pages are kind of an exact replica of something in the full year one, just smaller. The biggest things that they've taken out are the sort of identity related ones. So filling out that about me page, the pages about your identity box, a lot of stuff where you're like talking about yourself, they've kind of taken out, which I think makes a lot of sense because that kind of stuff hardly changes year to year. Frankly, it definitely doesn't change every 90 days. So this is really way more focused on goals and what you're going to do, the action you're going to take over the next 90 days. So this first page actually isn't in the full year one at all, and it's saying what matters most in the season ahead. I feel like this could be a page they could include in the full year one about like what matters most in the year, but I kind of like that it kicks it off with this page. Then just like the full year one, it starts with a goal ideas page. It does give you the space for two, so it's about the same amount of space as the full year, but it's this way. So 2 pages for brainstorming goal ideas. Then it's got what fires you up, what makes you come alive. These are basically replicas from the full year one. We've got the cultivated life evaluation, again, a replica from the full year one. However, one big difference that you'll notice in the prep work that's different is that it's all very neutral. With the exception of these pink accents, there is not any color. In the full year one, these pages are very full of color. So then we've got good things, challenges, people I'm grateful for, what I learned, exactly the same as the full year. The only difference is it says in the last 90 days. So you're just reflecting on the prior 90 days as opposed to the whole year from before. Then we've got the big picture. Again, same thing in the full year, same thing here. This is the same thing in the full year. These are some of the pages that I really don't know if they would change that much every 90 days. I mean, they absolutely could. They totally could, but I would feel a little bit repetitive, I think, filling out like this page and this page every 90 days, unless something drastic changed throughout my year. But then I like these pages, living it out in this season, your focus for the next 90 days, what you're saying yes to, what you're saying no to, and then it goes into the different types of goals and all the different areas of life. has you pick a word of the year, or a word for the season rather, not a word for the year, but a word for the next 90 days, which I like that. And then a rough draft of your goals. This is the same thing that's in the full year version. And then you set your goals for the season. It also comes with 2 ribbons, which I kind of like. You could put one here on your goals and then one on whatever month you're on. Or if you are going to be using the weekly layouts, you could put one on the week and one on the month. So you fill out your goals for the season. It just has a space for 1 through 8. So just like the full year, it has you set 8 goals. You obviously do not have to have 8 goals, but one of the biggest differences from the full year is that there is no color coding. So in the full year version, you pick your goals and then you pick colors that go with them and you color code in your tending list. Now you could absolutely still color code. Like those flags that you use would still fit over here. I don't know, I guess this could like handle some stickers. By the way, it does lay flat. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. And it feels like after, especially after a little bit of working with it, like it would lay pretty flat. I still don't like bound things. If you've been around, you know that. I much prefer a coil. That is also one of the reasons why I will probably always stick with the full year version. So then we've got the action plan pages for each goal. Same thing as the full year one. We've got one for each of our goals. These look pretty identical to the full year pages. So you've got enough of these. And then you jump into the month. So before each month starts, you've got a quote and then a place to write the month. There are no tabs separating out the months. We start with a monthly layout, just like in the full year version. Very neutral, Sunday start, and obviously undated. So you could date this for whatever month it is that you're working on. Then one of the big differences is in the full year version, there's kind of 2 prep pages, if you will, before you get into the tending list. One is this page, this prepare well page. This looks almost identical to the full year one. The full year one doesn't say upcoming, it says I'm excited for. I feel like it's kind of the same thing, but upcoming is a little bit more like, it could be positive or negative. And then there's normally a brainstorm page, but there is not one of those here. I personally don't use that page in my power sheets. I do my brainstorming in my iPad, so it wouldn't bother me not to have that, but if you use that page, you might be kind of bummed that you don't have that. Then it goes into the tending list. This is, again, almost identical to the full year, but obviously because it's much smaller, it's going to have less things. And I have a lot of feelings about this page. So just like the full year, it's got the encouraging words and the priority at the top. Then it goes into monthly action items, and instead of 10 like you have in the full year, you only have 5 for the month. Then for weekly action items, you have the same number. You have 6. I really wish that they had cut this down to like 4 and done like 7 monthly and 4 weekly. I feel like 6 weekly, I never use 6 weekly normally in the full year one. And that is a big miss in my opinion. I wish that these were not, like, I wish there was more monthly and less weekly, because they cut from the monthly and the daily, but not from the weekly. And I don't fully understand that. I feel like they could have evenly cut from all of them. But that is my opinion and my experience with setting action items is I find myself gravitating more towards monthly and daily and less towards weekly. So I kind of wish they had evenly cut them. And then the daily section, I don't love that they don't have like the numbers on the top. I feel like I would very easily lose my place at where I'm at if I wasn't checking it every single day without having like the dates at the top. I feel like that would drive me crazy. Let me show you what I'm talking about in the full year version, in case you don't have them or don't know. So the full year version, you know, I happen to pick a month that has Monday on the 1st. So they assume you have a Sunday start actually, so it only has 6, but it has little numbers at the top. I don't even need the days of the week. I just need like the dates. I just feel like that would make that a little bit better. But anyways, the tending list, it's perforated. That's what's next. And then, which I feel like the perforation is key here. It is perforated in the full year as well, but I just keep mine open, like coil back on my desk. With this, unless you're gonna keep it on your desk like this, that perforation could be key. And then it's blank on the back because they do have wildcard pages that are specifically sized for this, which I do have also, so I will show those at the end. Then there is one notes page, and then it goes into the weekly layout. So it is a very neutral, simple weekly layout. It is horizontal with the weekdays on the left side and then Saturday and Sunday over here on the right. We have a section for to-dos and then a blank section for notes. And it has nothing, like there's not even any dot grids there. So that is what the weekly layout would look like. And then there are, because it's undated, there are 5 of them. That way you always make sure that you have enough no matter what month you're using it for. And then at the end, you have your month in review and then another notes page before we move into the next month. And then you've got that same thing repeated 3 times, which the only difference really is the quote on that first page. And then at the very end, so after you have your last weekly layout from that last month, it goes into your 90 days in review instead of your month in review, which I kind of love this. It's very similar to the year in review at the end of the full year ones, but I like kind of doing this every 90 days. I kind of wish the full year had that. And then it's got a bunch of notes pages in the back. So we've got a bunch of dot grid pages and then a bunch of blank pages. I don't understand blank notes pages. I kind of wish that they were just all dot grid, or I wish that some of these were lined. There are no pockets anywhere in this product at all, but I do think this is a good step in the right direction. I think that if you are somebody who, actually, I'm gonna flip and show you my face and I'll tell you the people that I think that this product would be good for. Let me quickly show you the Wildcard Pages. So they've always made Wildcard Pages in the size for the full year for you to put like on the back of a page, like you could put them here. I have never really used them, I've gotten the pre-printed ones. I've also tried to download them and print them myself. I feel like I'm struggling to open this a little bit. But full disclosure, they sent me this product. All of my opinions and thoughts I'm sharing are completely honest. But they did send this to me and they included, I am really struggling to get this open. They included this is a mess, you guys. They included the Wildcard Pages, which, oh my gosh, why is this so difficult? Okay, so again, they are sized to fit this product. So you could put them on those various note pages, like let's go to a month, right? You've got these notes pages. You could put these Wildcard Pages here. You could put them on these pages if you wanted to. So I'll quickly flip through them if you want to see what it comes with, but it comes with these goals at a glance pages, which I kind of like. So if you were going to set annual goals, you could, in addition to your quarterly goals, there's one for each quarter, and you could, remind yourself of your annual goals somewhere in your quarterly. And then you've got perpetual calendar pages. You have two because they couldn't fit the whole year on one. Then we have a fun list. Well, we got more than one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, because maybe you would make them seasonal, like a seasonal bucket list. Organization, decluttering, what to read, books I've read. These are all very similar to ones they've had before. Create a Life, Giving Home, Relationship, Financial Check-in. They've got a couple of those. It looks like there's 2 of those. Go-to meals, go-to dinners, routines, a year of celebration. You've got 2 of those because you've got 6 months on each one. Celebrating wins. Oh, I like this one. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. My legacy. This is interesting. I've never seen this one before either. And then a weekend reset. I kind of like that. So these, like I said, are sized perfectly for this new planner. Okay, so those are kind of my thoughts at a glance. Again, I think that this is a beautiful product. As with everything they do, it's always very well made. Their paper quality is great. It's just whether or not this product would work for you. So I shared this on Instagram, but I'm gonna show you 5 people that I think this would be a good fit for. The first one is somebody who discovers Power Sheets in the middle of the year. The full year ones are already sold out, and I mean, as of right now, so these are also sold out, but they're gonna come back in stock before the new 2023 version comes out. So if you are just now discovering goal setting and you wanna jump into it and you wanna try out the Power Sheets, it's a good way to start in the middle of the year. Number 2, which I mentioned briefly talking about the prep work, is if you've had a major life change, whether it's planned or unplanned. Maybe you had a new addition to your family, or maybe you just had to move across the country because your spouse got a different job. Whether it's planned or unplanned, if you have a massive life change, sometimes you just feel the need to do a new set of prep work. And the prep work that you did in December, you're just in a different headspace. Even though all the things still matter to you, it's just different. And so that would be a good time for you to refresh and use a 90-day set and focus on that season of life that you're in right now and not worry about a full year set. Idea number 3 is somebody with a specific goal. And I have had a lot of you ask if I'm gonna use this 90-day version for my business goals. And I am not right now. I'm going to continue with the new system that I'm still trying out and haven't shared yet, but I'm not. But I do think that this would be a really good product for somebody who has a small specific goal, whether it was a business that you run on the side or a business that you run full time, or maybe it's really prioritizing your health goals. Because it has less spaces on the tending list, I think that this would be a good product for a specific goal. And you could answer all of the questions really just focusing on that goal that you're prioritizing. Number 4 is somebody who would actually use this like a planner. If you would use this weekly layout and it would work for your life, I think that this is a great product for you. Keeping your planner and your goals all in one place is incredibly beneficial. And I know that we've talked about that when we talk about the Moxie Life products. But if you are a PowerSheets user, if you find the PowerSheets goal system to work better for you, but you've wanted it to be combined with your planner, now you have your choice. I did a whole video last year, which I will probably refresh this year, that is Cultivate What Matters versus the Moxie Life system. I think they're both fantastic. I think they are both great. I think they both work for different types of people. It's just figuring out which one works better for you. And I am so glad that both companies exist and have their products out there, because I think there are some people who really are successful with one or the other. So I just had to throw that in there. The last person I think this would be a good product for is if you're intimidated by the full year prep work. Now, I said that on Instagram, had that on my list, and I still stand by that, but it's not that much less. It's a couple of pages less, and then it's less space per page. It's still a lot of prep work. It's still a lot more than something like the Moxie Life system. So while I still think that after seeing it in person, I'm not sure that that's totally true, because like I said, it's like 4 less pages, and you could always leave empty space on the full year one. So I'm not totally sure if that's true anymore. If you are still very much intimidated by the prep work, this could still feel intimidating, in my opinion. I want to add though that I think this is a really good product for somebody who wanted to take their PowerSheets other places. If you don't want it to sit in one place all the time, the portability of this product is fantastic. So that is all I have to share. If you have any other questions about this product that I did not answer or did not cover, please leave them in the comments below. Again, it will go back on sale sometime in August, and I will post about it, share about it when they do. But again, I think this is a really good new product and a good option for a lot of people. While we're talking about goals, let's talk about mine for a second. So these are my June PowerSheets. I know this, by the time this video goes up, it's July, but right now we're still at the beginning of June. But what I wanted to talk about was my daily habits and how I was ambitious this month and had 7 daily habits. And when I set those goals, none of them are brand new habits. I thought it's gonna be fine. And if I was rolling straight from a 1 month, like a regular month into a regular month, it would have been fine. Doing all of these or just really tracking all of them would have been fine. But I didn't just roll from a regular month to a regular month. I took 10 days off and went on vacation at the end of May, beginning of June. And I took account for that by shading in the first 5 days of June. But what that meant was that I did not have the momentum of May going into these 7 daily habits or things I wanted to track. And I realized that about halfway through the day on Monday that there was no way I was going to be able to do all of these, and I was going to have to like at least let one of them go. So for now, I let go of reading in the evening. I almost colored it in and was like gonna start it halfway through the month, but I decided to just let it, like I'll just put dots. I'm not doing it, but I'm not worrying about it. I'm not feeling guilty about not doing it, because this was a lot to start back up after being out of town. And I think the same thing is gonna go with the thank yous. I wanted to get to them today. I put them on my planner, as you saw, but it's not gonna happen today. So I'm not gonna worry about that. And the goal was to get through them by the end of the quarter, but if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So I'm letting go of that as well. This I should be able to check off after tonight, because we're going to go get a drink after dance auditions. And then Power Zone program, like I mentioned, I've done 4 of the 5 days. So once I do that in the morning tomorrow before I get on the plane, then I will be able to check that one off as well. I'm doing decent with my daily habits. I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. All right, I'm sitting on the floor because I'm going to pack. I have my suitcase in front of me. I'm taking the same suitcase I took to Ireland, so I just didn't put it away. It's just been sitting open on my floor all week, and I've been throwing stuff into it. Same thing with my toiletries. I'm taking stuff out that I know I don't need because I'm going to my parents, and so I know what stuff my mom has that I can just use, versus when we were traveling by ourselves, I didn't know what the hotels, well, obviously, hi Charlie. I took a lot more, obviously. What I was gonna talk about, hi. You are so funny. She is just, like I have my leg, like my knee up, and she's like perched on my knee, like, but like leaning on my chest. It is so funny. She just loves love. Yes, don't you? Yes, okay. Anyway, what I was gonna talk about is something that I struggle with when it comes to like planning for the day and making to-do lists. And one of those things is doing things that are not urgent earlier in the day before things that are urgent, when they make sense to be in that order, right? So like today I had some work things on my schedule because I have more energy during the work day, and so wanted to work on those first, and I had packing like later in the evening after I would be done with work. But packing is urgent, like that has to get done today. the lighting is just all over the place. But the work things, those projects were not urgent. They don't have to get done today. And I just mentally struggle with not doing those things in those order, in that, like, the order of urgent first. And some days this isn't an issue, but the reason I have them in that order is because of my energy level, right? But it doesn't matter because I can't mentally get past it today. So I'm actually gonna sit here and pack and get that done first and then move on to the work stuff. Let me know in the comments if you can relate. All right, for dinner tonight, keeping it pretty simple. I picked up this salmon when I went grocery shopping yesterday, then just trying to use some of the stuff we have at home. So I knew that we had a number of different vegetables in our freezer. So I'm gonna make this broccoli. I'm just gonna cook this in the oven, and then some jasmine rice. I'm not actually sure what I'm gonna do to doctor this up. Usually, oops, I turned on the kettle. Usually I use this like in other recipes that ask for rice, so I don't have to worry about figuring out the seasoning myself. So I've got to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do with the rice, but I wanted to, again, use kind of what we had at home and only have to buy one ingredient. Pretty simple meal, not super complicated, not like super in-depth. The hardest part of all of this is making it all be done at the same time. I never master that successfully when I do, like, I forget, the Lazy Genius called it something, protein and 2 or protein and 3 or something, where you do like 3 things, like separate things, as opposed to like a 1-pot meal or that's normally what I do, like a skillet or a crock pot or like something where it's all just in one thing, because I struggle with getting all the things done at the same time. But here it goes. All right, I was gonna take you outside with me and close out this vlog while I walked to the subway, but like I already have my backpack on and everything. But then I realized that by the time I get home tonight, it's going to be pretty late, and I wanna get this footage uploaded for my editor, and I won't have time to do it in the morning, and I don't wanna take like all my stuff with me to Chicago. So I'm gonna close out this vlog here and get everything uploaded before I head out. So if you found this video helpful, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. Get it. You can click the next timestamp. That was weird. In a different shirt, I actually changed shirts. They come in the neutral linen cover. So a page,